Hello students, session 3 in English usage. Now we are going to see spotting errors. So what is spotting errors? So you will be given sentences and at least 4 parts will be there, and you have to identify the error in any of the parts. Either it can be in A or B or C or D. So the sentence is being split into 4 parts and error can be in any part. Suppose if you are unable to identify any error from the sentence, you can choose option E, that is no error. Now let us get into the question part. Question number 1. Pakistan has for the first time admitted to the presence of India's most wanted terrorist Dawood Ibrahim on its earth, but has said that he has now been chased out and could be in the UAE. So you need to identify whether the error is in part A or part B or part C or part D or E, that is no error. So if you read this information or the question, you will come to know. Question number 1. Pakistan has for the first time admitted to the presence of India's most wanted terrorist Dawood Ibrahim on its earth, but has said that he has now been chased out and could be in the UAE. So from the 4 parts, is there any error, and in which part the error is identifiable? So let us take the first part. Pakistan has for the first time admitted to the presence. Is there any error? It seems there is no error in this statement. Now let us take the second part. Of India's most wanted terrorist Dawood Ibrahim. So can we identify any error in this part? We hope there is no error. Okay, let us take the third part. On its earth, but has said that. So here, on its earth, but has said that, is it conveying any proper meaning, or is there any change required? So normally when we are trying to say in a particular country or in a particular place, we used to refer to as on its soil and not on its earth. Either we can say in its city or on its soil or on its land. Okay, so earth cannot be the right choice and it should be replaced with soil. So the statement can be read in this way. Pakistan has for the first time admitted to the presence of India's most wanted terrorist Dawood Ibrahim on its soil, but has said that he has now been chased out and could be in the UAE. So that should be the correct statement. Now let us go to the next question. Question number 2. The Delhi government will set up 7 laboratories in the East Delhi to test, verify and calibrate the work and reference standards of different type of balances, weights and measuring equipments used in shops or establishments. Okay, so if you take the first part, the Delhi government will set up 7 laboratories. So is there any error or is there any change required? Don't think so, isn't it? The Delhi government will set up 7 laboratories. Okay, let us take the second part. In East Delhi to test, verify and calibrate. Even here, I don't think any correction is required. In East Delhi to test, verify and calibrate. Now let us take the third part. The work and reference standards of different type of balances. So here there seems to be some correction required. It says that the work and reference standards of different type of balances. Is it the work and reference standards of different types or the working and reference standards? So that means something continuous should be there in the statement. So obviously C should be the part where correction is required, and let us take the fourth part, that is D. Weights and measuring equipments used in shops or establishments. There seems to be no error in this statement, as it is trying to connect between two things, the weights and measuring equipments used in shops or establishments. So there is no error in this part, and obviously the error is lying in third part, that is option C, the work and reference standards, which has to be replaced with working, the working and reference standards of different type of balances. Now let us move to the third question. Samajik Suvidha Sangam, also known as Mission Convergence, is the most unique initiative of NCT of Delhi for holistic empowerment of women from vulnerable and most vulnerable sections of society. So where does the change lie? Is there any change in this statement or sentence, or there is no change? Let us see. Samajik Suvidha Sangam, also known as Mission Convergence. So it is trying to explain about a particular mission or a trust. Okay, is the most unique initiative of NCT. That means unique invention or creation is the most unique initiative of NCT of Delhi. So even in here there seems to be no correction required. Now let us take the third part. For holistic empowerment of women from vulnerable and. So is there any correction required? But I think in second part it says that is the most unique initiative of NCT. Is it the right word? Instead of saying the most, can we say it, yeah, unique? Because it's a unique part, means which is not prevailing somewhere else or in other parts. So normally when you are trying to mention as unique or expressing as unique, it should have a prefix as a as the article rather than the most. So the article what should be used in second part of the statement is a unique initiative of NCT of Delhi. Okay, so the correction is required only in B and not in other parts. Okay, so now let us move to the next question. The Supreme Court has sought a response of the Centre on a PIL seeking effective functioning of the human rights courts in the country to further the cause of according social justice. So is there any change required in this? The Supreme Court has sought a response of the Centre on a PIL seeking effective. So instead of using of, it can be replaced with other conjunction. The Supreme Court has sought a response with the Centre and not of the Centre. So it should be the Supreme Court has sought a response with the Centre on a PIL seeking effective functioning of the human rights courts in the country. So now let us move to the fifth question. Caught napping by the powerful mining mafia after a bid on the life of the STM, the police has now booked the driver of the tractor trolley and filed as FIR against him. So in this statement, what can we understand? Caught napping by the powerful mining mafia after a bid on the life of the STM, the police has now booked the driver of the tractor trolley and filed as FIR against him. So here we need to understand that it should be filed a FIR against him.